Okay. You know, it's bad enough when they stick things like under God in our Pledge of Allegiance. It's bad enough replacing e pluribus unum with in God we trust. It's bad enough that they hire a freaking preacher and pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to say a prayer in Congress every day. It's bad enough that they go to red mass every fucking year. It's bad enough that our presidents are forced to choose a church to go to for the public. Matt Lauer, I'm speaking about you, you pissant. What the fuck business is it of yours which church the president goes to? Shouldn't even cross your mind. Now look what we got. You all want to appease religion. You want to let it do what it wants. You want to have respect for others' beliefs and blah, blah, blah. And you think the First Amendment means that a, a fucking religion can build a building anywhere they want. And you seem to think the First Amendment means that they can say anything they want. But as soon as an atheist says something against religion, we're told that we are violating the First Amendment. I'm not done yet. It's bullshit. I don't care. I don't want them to build a mosque around 9/11. I don't want to build a mosque anywhere in the whole world. I could care less. No, I don't want them to build a Catholic church either. Now you allow guys like like this Beck guy, Glenn Beck. You know what he's going to say. You know what the fucker's about. These teabaggers that go with him, they even purposely single out one black guy, the one black man, the African American in the whole place, that talks about how his people are over there in the other gathering with, of all people, Al Sharpton. Why they choose these people, but I don't get it. Well, actually, I do know why. I'm a bigot in my own right, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in equal right. Human rights are different than what I think and feel about somebody. I can think poorly of someone, think of their whole race and be a bigot, but that doesn't mean I'm going to say they can't do this, that, and the other that I get to do. You understand what I'm saying? I'll call a nigger, but I'm not going to say that he can't ride the bus in the front seat. You son of a bitch, Beck. Can you do that? No. You want to bring God back to the country, you said. From where? You guys are the ones who put the God crap into it. It's been doing it since the 50s. You've been slamming schools. You got freaking schools, actually public schools in Kansas of all places. I had no idea. Teaching kids religion in public school, but not all religion, just the Bible. Yeah, why don't you teach them about the Quran, the Torah, the Bhagavad Gita, the Gilgamesh epic, whatever, the Book of Mormon. Now that's a good one. Okay, he saw an angel named Moroni who gave him special tablets with special words and special stones to read the words and blah 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 blah. And I can't believe you've got millions of people following that crap. Well, yes, I do. I just know how stupid-stitious people are in America. It just drives me crazy. You got Glenn Beck over here. He's got hundreds of thousands of people spouting the same shit. Let's bring God back into the country, but what they mean is let's get our guns and turn this into a theocracy. We don't need it. We shouldn't have it, and it's full of crap. I don't want you to say, "In God I trust." I don't trust in your delusional superhero that you've got running around in your nasty Nazi head. Glenn Beck, you're a Nazi. Nazis were Christians. Don't you know what the Gestapo's belt said? You don't, do you? Stupid ass. You'd better look it up. You'd better really look up what the Nazi Party was about. I mean, really read it. Why don't you read why don't you read a copy of Mein Kampf? I dare you. You sound just like that guy. You sound just like him, Beck. And all the rest of you, You want to follow a guy like this? Go for it. You follow fat heroin addicts. What do you care? He didn't even go to it. You're a Rush Limbaugh, buddy? Yeah, he talks all this shit about people, then he's one that does the very thing that he talks to you about. You all are so, what a bunch of hypocrites. How many of you are gay? And don't tell anybody because you're Republicans. You're part of the teabaggers shit, or whatever you're about. How many of you? Why do we have this? Why do we have... I don't understand why somebody has to belong to any kind of religion to do any freaking thing. There's still laws on the books in Arkansas that atheists aren't allowed to hold office. That amazes the shit out of me. And after this, we have teachers being told they're violating the rights of a student by telling them that their creationism is mythological claptrap, which is the truth. They can't prove it's real. It's stupid anyway. It's illogical. If a teacher tells a student if the student brings up, but what about Christ in creation? He has every right in the world to say, oh, that's just some mythological claptrap from the Bible. But this is a science class or a real English class or whatever. We're not teaching about mythology here. If you want to learn about that, read Edith Hamilton. The problem is, she doesn't talk about the Abrahamic God. Don't you remember the Edith Hamilton mythology with the Iliad and the Odyssey, and told you all about those and everything? Yeah, everybody in high school had to read it. But did you have to read about the Bible being, mythological, or the Torah or the Quran? No. Now you understand where it comes from. It's religious tolerance, appeasement, and acceptance. And it should not be going on. This should be freedom from religion as opposed to freedom of religion. Being able to practice your religion doesn't mean you can build your freaking $1 million buildings anywhere you want. Being able to practice any religion or believe anything you want doesn't mean you get to collect money from the poorest people in the world and not have to pay taxes on it. I don't know why. Why does it mean that? I don't get it. How is that freedom of speech? You got it all screwed up. Congress shall make no law establishing any religion, yet they're doing it without a law, and they're getting around it by not establishing law, except for a few. For instance, the judge who established under God in the Pledge of Allegiance. That's against the law. That's totally against the Constitution. Why haven't we brought that up? Why isn't that in front of the new Supreme Court full of Opus Dei? Yeah, 3 of them are Opus Dei Catholics. Go figure. I don't know about the other 6, but 3 of them Opus Dei. Oh yeah, we're talking about the people that hide the pedophiles. And these are Supreme Court justices. Thank God. Folks, if we don't let go of our myths and our superstitions and the idiocy of things like Catholicism, Christianity, the Jews and their cutting a piece of your penis off and sucking the first blood of your baby. Yeah, the moidal does the breast. He's got to suck the first blood, some ritual. It's blood sacrifice. That's where it came from. It's nasty. And they're giving babies in New York herpes because they do it. Herpes. Babies just born already tortured him by mutilating their poor little penis, and then they got to suck the blood. They do that. They're giving him herpes, among other STDs that these nasty Jew moidals have. Not because they're Jews. They're not nasty because they're Jews. I'm not. Ugh. I can just hear it now. You racist, blah, blah, blah. You Zionist, blah, blah, blah. You, all of it. I'm all of it, okay? Because I'm totally, radically atheist, anti-religious, period. I don't have any mythological superheroes in my head, and I don't want the rest of the world to do it either. I don't want my grandson, I don't want anybody to have to go through this crap. You scare the shit out of people for no good reason. Then you drag your kids there, you Catholics. You got your priests raping your children. Then you drag your children back into the same fucking church. You should be ashamed of yourselves, is what you should be. Absolutely ashamed of yourselves. And even though religion is supposed to be this loving God, this good thing, you know damn good and well if you actually read the Bible, it's not good at all. There's nothing good about it. It's full of vile, nasty, like God murdering people, things like prison. The God of the Bible, he goes, I don't know. He goes, oh, for there are eunuchs that were so born from their mother's womb, and there are eunuchs that were made eunuchs by men. Excuse me? And there are eunuchs that made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. What? He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. What is he talking about? See, these people are freaking perverts. They don't even read their own Bible. You know, they actually believe in ritual human sacrifice. Listen to some of this stuff. At that time, the Spirit of the Lord came upon Jephthah, and he went throughout the land of Gilead and Manasseh, including Mizpah and Gilead, and led an army against the Ammonites. And he made a vow to the Lord. He said, if you give me victory, I will give the Lord the first thing coming out of my house to greet me when I arrive, in return in triumph. I will sacrifice it as a burnt offering. And when he got home, who greets him with triumph? His daughter. He starts crying. He says, Father, why do you cry? You must do what you said. You must go. You must do the pledge that you gave to the Lord and burn me in as an offering. What? No, that kind of shit's just, the human beings wrote that crap. That's not only sexually weird, it's just freaking weird. It's heinous. It's like Jeffrey Dahmer or something. It was like things like the one who has stolen that was set apart for destruction will himself be burned with fire along with everything he has, for he has broken the covenant of the Lord and has done a horrible thing. It is what? For what? For stealing something? The command, then the Lord command, oh, altar, altar, this is what the Lord says, a child named Josiah will be born into the dynasty. On you he will sacrifice the priest from the pagan shrines. What? I know, it's just nuts. You can't really believe this stuff and use it as a reason for a loving God. Okay? Please stop the delusions. Let's quit. Let's take our kids into our arms and tell them that we love them, that we do the things for them that need to be done. That when they wake up every morning, they were born an atheist, and when they wake up every day, they decide what's going to happen. And we as adults, we have to help them with that. Not threaten them. Not tell them if they don't become a Christian like you, they're going to burn forever in hell. And they're only like, 5 years old or something. No. Coddle them. Love them. That's all I got to say. I'm just tired of it. We don't need to be a theocracy or a Christian nation. Please don't let us be that. Good night. I'm Gerald Reynolds. I'm just an earthling. A few things to say.